from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles. Brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions. Live from Los Angeles.
We ain't got no monitor. I was.
Oh, you was looking for a monitor?
Yeah, I know he just said it. Shut up.
Okay,
I was looking for
cool.
Welcome to the PorterWay Podcast. It's your boy, Showtime Sean P, looking as fly as ever. And Antt with 2 T's, drinking water. You got it.
Shout out to Brooklyn Blends. If you look at the back of my hoodie, it's Brooklyn Blends. Is it Blends?
Oh, okay.
You
yeah,
know our guys.
The cut. I was like,
come on, man.
I'm over here thinking about smoothies.
No. This is a hoodie, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
Brooklyn Blends. Yeah.
I'm like, man, I can't promote you. I ain't gonna turn around, but this is a hoodie.
Well, get up. Show me your ass real quick.
Nah, I ain't doing that. I was gonna do it till you say that.
I know we're gonna get a whole bunch of Paul.
You should have said that. If you would have said that, I would have got up.
Listen, that's the kind of mood I'm in right now. I'm just feeling good. Feeling great.
Man.
How you doing, big dog?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. It's the holiday season. Man, can't wait for Christmas.
Don't ask me why I was thinking about this, but did you get the truck?
Did I get
the white truck?
No.
Why? Because when I pulled up, I seen the car that you got out there. I was like, wait a minute, I ain't, why he didn't get the truck?
$200 to fill it up.
So?
I'm very concerned. What do you mean so? Okay, you $200. You do that once a week.
Hey, look, listen. God was blessing us today because the Armada only took $84 to fill up today.
How?
The thing was on red. I don't get it either. And so my wife was like, well, how else you explain it? I said, God was looking out for us. God was looking out for us. $84. So,
yeah,
you know.
and so you get a 4x4 with a 34 gallon tank. Nah.
It's got power though, right?
I drive slow.
We got a lot of boxing. Let's get straight to it. Man, let's start with the zone on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
MVP promotions.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Paul still doing his thug thizzle. I've had a lot of people ask me. I'm going to ask you this: are you tired of seeing Jake Paul?
No, I've accepted Jake Paul and I accepted the boost it gave to the sport of boxing.
Perfect, great.
And I love that you're helping women boxers.
Great answer, because the first fight we're going to cover is Franchon Crews and Shadasia Green.
One time you boxed Shadasia.
Yes, spar Shadasia. Spar Shadasia.
Is that a big difference?
I mean, not a big difference, but there's a difference. You know, I spar Shadasia. She's, especially when we boxed. That was years ago. God, dog, that was years ago.
I'm just saying.
I'm an old man now.
I remember seeing her around camp a couple times.
Yeah, but
counterpuncher versus a
aggressive.
Yeah, so it was like sparring you.
Yeah. And Franchon is a lot to handle. I mean, you see that off the rip. Just a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And not the sharpest punches, not the strongest punches, not the fastest, but she got a work rate, and she got mental toughness that is really just hard to compete with. And I think that's where Shadasia fell short. The mental edge, right?
Yeah, I felt like the big step up, the experience was the key.
Because like you said, levels, and they kind of narrated that through the fight. Both these young ladies have traveled internationally fighting for the U.S. And so, I mean, you see experience there. Of course, Franchon has been pro a little while longer, more professional fights, has been in the ring with some of the big dogs. And so, like, where did you, as a guy that's not a true boxer, where did you see the level separation at?
I just seen a former world champion. She's been up in there with Clarissa Shields.
Yeah.
Katie Taylor?
Yeah. No, not Katie Taylor.
Savannah Marshall.
Savannah Marshall, yeah.
So it's like, those who fight alone, you can't find that nowhere on the 13-0 of Shadasia.
Yeah.
So it's just that alone, I felt like that will pull Franchon through. And
Shadasia's the sharper fighter.
Yeah, counterpuncher.
Kind of like the cleaner style or whatever.
Counterpuncher.
Yeah. And I'm kind of saying what I already know, but like, how? Like
how they're supposed to work against Crews?
How does the more aesthetically pleasing fighter with the conventional style and the clean, all this clean stuff, she moves really smooth in the ring. Yeah. How does that not beat Franchon, who is just gonna rough you up?
If anybody should be answering that, it should be you. It should be so. How do a aggressive fighter beat a smooth counterpuncher?
Sometimes
a great boxer.
That water get rocky. You know, when that water get rocky, you got to be able to move with the flow.
Okay.
You know, and so like you just said, like and what I said, Shadasia's really smooth. You know, she's the smooth water. You know, and you on the wake boat. Remember back in the day, we seen the heavyweight on the on the board.
Man,
just
why you bringing up Klitschko and
Klitschko and
let's go, champ.
Yeah,
let's go, champ.
When it get rocky, it's you can't be smooth no more. You got to step it up and start throwing.
It's funny you say that because I remember watching Berto this weekend. I remember when he started getting frustrated. I remember him starting to get frustrated versus Shawn. But Shadasia never seen nothing like Crews. And when yo ish ain't working, what do you do then?
Yeah.
She was like, it was just, her ish was never, she never really got comfortable, I felt.
I got to say this, like I always try to be as respectful as possible, but I got to say this. There's been so many comparisons to Green and Wolf.
Okay.
Like basically since she turned pro.
A lot of people co-signed her early. I've been hearing about her for a long time, Sean.
It's the same thing you get with Andy Cruz and Keyshawn Davis, where you use other names to build up this fighter. Someone else you may be familiar with. And that's why a lot of times, like I like to come on, like when we have guests and stuff like that, who do people compare you to? Because they don't know you, but they may know Oscar De La Hoya.
Okay, gotcha.
That's how, Ryan Garcia. Like he gets even bigger because he's around that De La Hoya name.
That image.
But he get that image and the list goes on. So the same thing for Green and Wolf, right? So when I heard them say, she gets a lot of comparisons to Ann Wolf, first thing I said was just the way they look, because they don't fight the same. They don't have the same style, you know what I mean? Wolf would have stepped up against somebody like Franchon, and they would have just been going
rumble it out
toe to toe. That's the separation with Green and Franchon Crews. Franchon, no, not as clean, not the straightest punches, not the sharpest fighter, but she gonna go in there mentally tough, ready to get the job done, don't want to lose, ready to represent where she from. You know what I mean? And that's why, Green ends up losing to Franchon.
It takes a hell of a fighter to break a person's will like Crews has.
Yeah.
It's like your will. It's like you're gonna have to bring everything you got.
We saw that against Savannah Marshall, and we also saw that against Clarissa Shields.
A hell of a fighter.
Yeah.
And so I know Green was co-signed early. I would still like to see her back in the ring. I feel like this is a learning moment. We can still see some stuff out of her. But it's not.
What do you think she would have learned from this?
I have to have a plan B. I have to be ready for aggressive fighter.
What you think plan B should be?
She should just rumble it out.
Got rumble it out.
Got rumble it out. She
so
kept
now,
trying to fight her fight. No matter what.
Because it's two things here. Number one, and even with the female boxers, it's only they're a dime a dozen, so it ain't too many that you could put at this kind of level. MVP promotions, all that kind of stuff. So now you got to do away with matchmaking. Let's match the perfect fight for Shadasia Green to continue to build her up. That's out the window. You can still do that with Jake Paul. We're going to get there in a minute, but you can't do that anymore. So now the thing becomes Shadasia has to make a mental decision that I got to learn how to up my punch output. I'm strong and I got pop on my punch. I can attest to that. I got to be willing to use it. You know what I mean? So I think that's for her. Is just the thing is she got a lot and she don't use it.
Yeah, because for the most part, Crews takes a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And she's there to take some. She's there to give them.
Yeah.
But I think she never wanted to get in that firefight.
Yep.
That's dangerous ground, Sean. When you get hit with a shot. Yeah, I know. Yeah, some people when that's not your style, you don't get down like that. It's hard to turn a sniper into a hand. Yeah. I don't know how you break it down.
Can you do that here?
But, you good. All right, we're good.
But you got to go from being a sniper rifle to then now being a machine gun and get down when it's time to get down.
But shout out to women's boxing. A lot of drama, a lot of everything. Let's keep it going. Jake Paul, main event, first round, TKO. TKO. Yeah. Shout out to Coach Larry Wade. Coach Larry Wade, you come home yet, man?
I don't know.
Coach Larry Wade.
We supposed to get up soon.
Oh, what that mean? Anytime y'all get up, you get ready for a fight.
That ain't even true.
Shout out to Coach.
That ain't even true. We gonna go eat ribs, y'all. That ain't even true.
We gonna go eat ribs, y'all.
That ain't even true.
Where y'all going?
I don't know. I ain't telling you now.
I gotta go John Muse.
Did you like the punch that you have seen?
I seen the punch, turned to the side. Cool.
This is the second time I've heard this. People saying that the fight was set up. It looked like he knew the punch was coming and he fell.
Yeah, no.
Did it look like that to you?
No, I just felt like he was fought a terrible fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
terrible 10-1 fighter, right?
Yeah, just a guy with a resume, with a nice looking on paper. The guy took a shot and he went to sleep.
If we can't do it, we'll just move on. But hey, yo, can we pull up my box rec real quick?
I got your box rec.
And scroll all the way down to the bottom. I just want to try to make this point real quick, and then we'll move forward.
Okay.
Out of this. But I just think that it needs to be said. I've had friends even, and I didn't even reply to them. My bad, Sean, Rob, my fault. But I've had people text me, yo, is he legit? Is this, you know?
Oh, they was asking for Austin before?
No. They was asking, is Jake Paul legit? So on and so forth. So scroll all the way down real quick.
Sean, that takes forever for us to know this.
Look, stop. Mm-hmm. Go down right there. I don't even know. What's Jake Paul now? 8-0? Or 8-1, 7-1, 8-1.
Yeah.
We got 1-2. We got 2-28. We got 4-22. We had somebody debuting. We had 4-3. We had 12-22, 10-4. It's the building process. Guess what, y'all? Y'all never saw these knockouts. These knockouts is legit knockouts. And I'm a little heavier in weight. I was cracking. But I was cracking against,
believe it or not,
1-2. I was cracking against 2-28. I was cracking against 10-1. You know, it happens. The thing that separates us. Here, let's do one more just for the sake of. Let's do Deontay Wilder just for the sake of. But
no, he got a clipper.
He got
somebody else.
I gotta go to somebody else.
Go to Terrence Crawford. Go to last person he fought.
Let's do David Benavidez. This is the same weight, practically the same weight. David Benavidez, because y'all all want to see him against David Benavidez. Y'all want to see him against some of these like quote unquote legit boxers, and you don't see that. You got 0-5. You got debut 0-5, 1-1, 0-1. You got KO, TKO. It's a part of the game. But y'all never saw us do this. That's the separation here. So he's basically doing what we all do. Y'all just get to see it live and in person.
I didn't want to bring up Deontay because that's what he does.
I get it. I get it.
That's why I want to do it.
But you would see the same records. You'd see Deontay against the same records. It's no knock on Jake Paul. It's just showing y'all that, hey, y'all get to see Jake in a position that you don't get to see us in because Jake put himself in this position doing other things and brought that to the world of boxing. It's rare you don't see it.
I also say when you have a loss this early, it's like
what
Jake Paul
for
with
Jake?
a loss. Yeah.
What you mean?
He already has an L in his leg.
Like most fighters with a loss at this point,
No. Most fighters don't lose at this point.
Oh, yeah.
When we build it. So when you got a loss, because people ask me, like, there's some people that I ain't going to say names, they get hype about it. Like, oh, man, this dude, he fight now. I said, and then they said, what about Deontay Wilder? He was a world champ. I said, Deontay Wilder started late, yes, but he has an equalizer that God blessed him with. When you get in this game late, it's hard to make up Shawn Porter's 15 years of experience. Yeah. You cannot, there's no way, Shawn, you ever gonna make that up unless you got the equalizer. Yeah. Otherwise, and he's knocked some guys out, but sometimes he's been, I don't know if he ever been down, but he's been taking shots and some people he didn't knock out. Yeah. So it's just be entertained while it lasts. Be entertained. For those who have asked me, is it legit? Understand, you just gotta, like I've been saying this for a long time, understand what you're watching. Yeah. You're watching a fighter build himself up on the main stage. Is something that it's not done often. If at all, we're seeing a lot of these ESPN guys, the on ESPN Plus. But I'm enjoying seeing these kids build themselves, learn, grow on the job, and that's something that he's doing. He's just doing it again at a different level. So, is he legit? He's legit for the level that he's at, which is why he's fighting 10-1, who can't take a punch, 10-1, who don't know that the uppercut is coming, 10-1, who gets dropped with the first punch and is out cold. You know. Do we expect him to be on a pound list? No. Stop expecting him to be on the pound list. Get a legit belt? No. You should not expect him to get ranked, but that's happened. That's part of the game. It's business. It's business. Let's just enjoy the show while it's rolling. Yeah. And hopefully no one gets hurt. Yeah. Last thing I want to say
and I want to preface this by saying this is something that I recognize on my own. He's building up for something though.
Okay.
He's building up to do something. I don't know who it's gonna be against, and I don't know when it's gonna be. I got a feeling it's gonna be next year, but he's trying to do something big against a respectable boxer.
Who?
I have no clue.
Yeah, and don't even try to break it down.
It ain't Benavidez. It ain't
Canelo.
It ain't Bivol. You know, it ain't Canelo.
This is. I don't know who could.
I have no clue, but I know he's building up for something.
I got somebody for him. Jose Benavidez.
Oh, stop that! That's two different weights, man.
Jose will go up. Jose
would go up, but
crazy.
that ain't necessary.
I think I'm rolling Jose on that.
We'll roll with Jose on that.
But I'm just saying it.
Did you trying to get in Benavidez's good graces right
shout
now?
out to Benavidez. I'm sending y'all something for Christmas. Shout out to all y'all kids. Congratulations, David. I see you have a new kid. David just had a kid.
Another child. Congratulations to David.
But now I'm just thinking like somebody that will boost up the build up.
Yeah.
Jose gonna talk.
Let's be honest. Like, I mean, like this.
Who else could fit that? I mean, I don't know. That would be crazy. That would fight him. That's the problem. Look, some people look like you're not on my level. Like Caleb Plant, like one of them dudes. Like, why would I fight you? That's a step down for me.
Trying to do something. I don't know what. I feel like it's gonna be next year. I just feel like it, but I don't know. We'll see, man. Until then, congratulations, Jake Paul, MVP Promotions. Moving on, Saturday night. I really want to cover this one last, but we got to do Showtime last. It kind of is what it is. Yeah. But Bam and Showtime, and I know.
Hey, I didn't know that. I said, hold on. What does his name say?
Oh yeah.
I said Showtime.
Oh, why you do that? That's the first one you gonna put up?
I thought y'all had
What the hell? Take it down.
I thought y'all had him on
Take it down.
I thought y'all had
that's my boy.
I thought y'all had him on Zoom. I said,
no.
why y'all got him on Zoom like that?
Oh,
Take his glasses off.
No.
Shout out to hell of a fight. Hell of a fight.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Bam, man.
Clap.
Yeah, that's boxing for you right there.
Dog.
That is boxing.
Dog.
I don't care that it didn't go the whole 12. That is boxing.
Yeah.
First couple rounds, very even fight. Then all of a sudden, it slowly start to establish itself.
Yeah.
And then slowly start to come on. And he got comfortable, Sean.
Yeah.
He started laughing.
Yeah.
He got his swag.
Yeah.
And I never seen Sonny, instead of Sonny initiating, it seemed like Sonny was fighting for defense. I don't know if I'm breaking this down right. It's like I'm just fighting just reaction to keep you off me.
Yeah. You know how like that happens in street fights. Like somebody come on.
I'm just doing something.
That ain't how he looked. But
I never seen Sonny look like that.
I actually didn't think that when I was watching the fight. I didn't think he was like fighting out of like out of reaction. Yeah. But I just felt like he was trying to fight with him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I thought. Which, you know, I mean, we always want to applaud the guys who give that valiant effort and things like that. And I saw that. I saw warrior mentality. I saw, let me try to do something to win this fight.
Took a hell of a shot, got right back up.
Yeah.
But
Bam. God damn, Bam.
Damn, man.
Damn, Bam. And call me too, man. I was trying to get him on the podcast today. I was excited about him, man. I was excited about this fight.
Hell of a fight. I would love to see him do it again.
Both this fight again?
Yeah, I would love to see him doing it again. I know it's like a lot of people like, well, you didn't even make it out, Anthony. I'm like, man, the time we was watching, it was entertaining.
Sonny, Showtime, he had success from the southpaw stance. Mm-hmm. You know, so I wonder always. I'm always for rematches because I always think that there's things that could be adjusted and do differently, but I'm not opposed to.
I mean, it's not high demand.
Yeah.
It's just like who's the next? He called somebody out. I forgot.
Chocolatito?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chocolatito.
Chocolatito.
They better not keep gaining weight because there's a monster around there.
I'm ready for Chocolatito to just salute boxing and say, he's done a whole lot.
And hey, they make him fight everybody.
Anytime
somebody wins, Chocolatito.
Yeah. And this is the order of boxing. Mm-hmm. The young man always comes up and beats the old man, and that's kind of how the old man always kind of goes out. You know what I mean? And I really don't. Chocolatito is still and probably will always be one of the more exciting fighters anytime he steps in the ring. But I just think that especially what we saw, young against young. Come on now, we got young man against young man, and this young man is too strong, too much willpower, too much everything, enjoying it too goddamn much, and just came on and ended it.
What's this dude? This dude, I'm thinking, that's all.
That's too much.
How young he is what scares me.
It's too much.
23.
I was gonna say 24. That's too much for 23.
I know. Shawn always says you're not in your peak yet.
Yeah.
In your 20s.
Yeah.
By late 20s, early 30s.
And I think it depends on when you turn
what
pro
the
and
hell
things
else?
like that.
What are you gonna turn to? A Power Ranger? Shawn, like, I mean, what, you keep going up to one day the monster? Like, I don't.
Yeah. One day the monster.
One day the monster.
Absolutely.
Ooh. If there's anybody I'm giving
23, not peaked yet, working his way to a fight with the monster.
That's the ultimate
Look at the
goal.
monster's age real quick for me.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what he's working towards, and that's what he's supposed to be working towards, you know? Sonny Edwards was a true competitor.
30.
This was a great matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we got 2 years.
The monster ain't nothing to play with, but that's
No, he not.
That is a monster. Matter of fact, he's fighting this weekend.
Yes, this weekend. I forgot about that fight.
Yep.
Tapales. He's fighting Tapales this weekend.
Big fight too. But yeah, that's a yeah, man, it's just hell of a talented kid.
I couldn't pick one thing that I like most about him in this fight, or what I thought he did great in this fight. I just thought that he honored the game plan. Sonny off the rip was talking about the low blows. Showtime, come on now. There wasn't none of them blows was low. And I heard Garcia in the corner. He was like, "Yo, let him keep complaining until the ref step in and do something. You keep doing what you're doing." And it was all working. You know what I mean?
Smart.
Just effective. Great team, great everything, man. I'm a big fan of Bam. Yeah. I was rooting for Showtime. Not because of the name Showtime. I like the kid, man. You know, I met him before, blah, 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 blah. I like the kid. So I was rooting for him. Yeah. Wasn't rooting against against Bam.
But yeah, if my heart went anywhere.
Yeah, my heart
fell over there. That's it.
And the audacity of Ryan that guy right there waving his hand to put that picture on the screen. You could do it one more time just so that they could see.
Yeah, shout out to Bam, man.
Bam ended up doing to the
Hey,
young
Bam
man.
hit him one time, and you know, as a boxer, y'all don't supposed to show nothing. You don't supposed to show nothing. He hit him right here, Shawn, and he said, Bam's like, okay. I'm like, damn, that's all y'all need sometimes?
You're not supposed to show nothing.
Yeah, because that's what you told.
Like, that's in the rule book. Like, you know how you're not supposed to show nothing?
Yeah, if you get hit, you don't supposed to show like.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Hey, Shawn, he's like, that means you work. He did like this. Bam said, okay.
Got hit in the neck one time.
In my defense, he posted that picture himself.
Huh?
I said, in my defense, he posted that picture himself.
Oh yeah, I know. Some people be proud of their war wounds.
Somebody hit me in the throat. I don't care if I'm taking my 8.
Yeah.
I'm taking a knee. Somebody hit me in the throat.
Oh yeah. You gotta keep it together.
Yeah.
Shout out to the young men.
Yeah. Shout out to the zone
young fellas.
Superstar in the making.
Absolutely. I think he's a superstar now. You gotta move him. You gotta do more now. It ain't just the social media. You know what I mean? You gotta.
He gotta be sure. He gotta be making his rounds around Texas.
Absolutely.
He the man down there.
Absolutely.
You gotta work. That's the part of boxing that gets frustrating. But they need to be working my man right now.
I thought he was a Cali kid. He's a Texas kid.
I thought he was a Texas kid. I could be wrong, but I thought he was. And he got the legend in his corner.
Yeah.
The Garcia family.
Yeah.
I got San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, he's from San Antonio.
Yeah. I respect Robert Garcia big time. I've been respecting Robert for a long time. So I think they're ultimate. We want the monster in a couple of years.
Yeah, a couple of years. We're not gonna rush that. We know that that's more than likely
maybe Carson
the
will come
biggest
on
goal
for
him.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah,
I almost hit my boy up on my way up here.
You almost hit him up?
I almost hit him up.
Oh, I thought you did. You did.
Nah, almost.
Shout out to Carson.
Showtime.
Shout out to Showtime. Oh, I almost said that. Why'd you put that? Shout out to Showtime.
Oh. context,
Yeah.
RIP is what's on the board
Yeah.
you're looking at right here.
Yeah, I get what he's saying. Like, that was the last Showtime show. Man, that was we'll discuss that last. Shout out to Guerrero versus Berto. I was watching that out of respect. You didn't watch?
No. I wasn't. I'm not getting back in the ring.
Oh, okay. Shout out to
Not I.
Berto and Guerrero. At moments, you seen what we loved about them. They
Both
gave
of-
us
both of-
Yeah, it was the whole fight. No, it was about 20 seconds.
Did you see the movie with
Oh, man.
Robert De
You
Niro?
being disrespectful.
Well, did you see the movie? I can't even think of the name of it now. Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone when they had a fight way back in the day, and then they got it on again when they was super old.
That's disrespectful.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't know, but it's
The
disrespectful.
first thing that came to my mind
Disrespectful.
when I turned on the fight. I mean, they literally in the middle of the ring. I was a couple rounds late, and the first thing that came to my mind was that movie. I can't think of the name of it.
Grudge
match.
Grudge match, yeah.
You're disrespectful.
First thing that came to my mind.
That is
And I'm gonna end up seeing
disrespectful.
both of them at some point.
I
don't give a
know.
damn.
That is disrespectful.
I care, but I don't give a damn. I turned on the fight, and it was like the third round. I turned on the fight, and the first thing that came to my mind was Grudge Match, the movie.
And I knew going into the fight, I told you, I said, I'm worried about Berto getting hurt because Berto, in his mind, he's never not been Berto 19 to 25 fast. And I could get my ish off and I'm quick and I'm smooth. And that is not, he gonna be 70.
Hey, it would be messed up in his mind. He really legit think he's 26, 27 years
Didn't you feel
Absolutely
like you never was that old?
Nah, I never looked at. Nah, just was doing what I had
I'm
to do.
just saying.
That's
but,
funny though.
Yeah, shout.
All right, let's stop clowning.
No, I didn't clown him. that was you. Okay, Robert said he want to get back in there. He got ass whooped before
Robert
you.
said he got back in. He want to get back in.
Yeah, he called out Boots Ennis.
No, he didn't. Shut up.
I mean, I was told about
Why
somebody.
are we even talking about this?
That's what he said. Okay,
Stop. We're not doing that.
Well, Boots ain't got no other fights. It's 147 is dead right now. So hey, Robert, he fought he's a former champion, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
former world champion.
35, I believe,
Hey,
was his first championship.
you know, Boots would have loved to get in with Floyd. This is the closest thing you got. He been in there with Floyd.
I know what you're saying.
I'm just trying to hype the fight up.
Wow. Why you even put it up there? We're not talking about that fight.
No, I would love that
We're
fight.
not talking. No, you wouldn't. Shut up.
Right here in Vegas, I'm going.
No, you're not. I'll make sure you don't go to that. That's not.
I feel like you'll
Stop
make
it.
sure the fight won't happen.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all right now.
Boots, you can't do that.
Robert Guerrero.
Boots, don't take the fight, bro.
The fight's not supposed to happen. He not taking the fight.
So what if you see this fight happens?
The fight's not happening. I just said it. Didn't I tell Tim that he wasn't getting Charlo? I'm telling Boots, you ain't getting Robert. I'll make sure of that. By not stepping in his place is not what I'm saying. I'm not stepping in his place.
Yeah, because Boots say, you can get in if you want to.
Right.
I'll do both of y'all the same night.
The fight just it went the way I thought it was gonna go, and like you said, to that point, like I just didn't want Berto to get hurt. At one point, I did see him get rocked, and I was like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen." Robert, just the more responsible, older man on fight night. You know?
He took some shots, but he laughed. But he was defensively a little more sounder.
Yeah.
It was
just responsible.
Yeah, it was just
Moving on.
I'm not going. I like those type of fights, Sean.
What kind of fight?
The old legends. I don't feel like disrespect. Legends of the sports getting one more before they walk out.
One more grudge match you would like to see.
One more grudge match I would like to. Oh, Tim Bradley, Sean Porter.
Oh shit!
You shouldn't have said. You should keep talking. You asked me who would y'all like to see in a grudge match. Give me one before you get out. Give me one. Who you got? A grudge match. Yeah,
in general?
Yeah. That's what. I hate that we call it a grudge match because then it goes back to that movie. But yeah, somebody Manny versus somebody.
Nah, Manny. No.
Okay, Wilder.
It's gotta be like both guys. Wilder is still fighting this weekend.
No. Somebody we end up putting somebody in nursing home getting there with Wilder.
It's just not the same because the age separation is pretty close between them and Wilder.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wilder's 38.
No, yeah.
Yeah, 38.
Oh, but he's actively 38.
Yeah, Berto's 40 now.
Yeah, so I don't know, but yeah, I mean,
Nah, I'm passing on all that.
you don't want no grudge matches.
Nah,
Most of them going to involve you.
Chris Colbert.
Who would y'all like?
Jose
Who would y'all like in the grudge match? All right, shout out to Chris Colbert.
Who y'all want to see Antt get in the ring with?
I'm not fighting nobody.
That's what we need.
No, I'm not fighting
I've been
nobody.
teasing a sparring session with you for the longest. It has to happen in 2024.
Moving
on.
You want me to fight somebody
Chris
at
Colbert.
SportsCon?
Say what?
SportsCon? You want me to fight somebody at SportsCon?
Oh,
That's the perfect place.
That's the perfect place.
I'll knock somebody out.
That would be too much, though, man. I don't want to see you get linked by somebody that don't know what they do.
No, I'll actually, if I really did, I'm actually going to get in shape. I'm not going to get out there and embarrassed.
All right,
I'll take
you
serious.
got a good 8 months to get
Okay.
ready for that.
All right, I don't need 8 months, okay?
Dallas, Texas, SportsCon this year, you're going to see.
Oh, let me run this by my family, okay? I can't just be making these decisions. Okay, I got people just counting on me.
Well, shoot, and I'm gonna be his first sparring session. So
No. Okay, I'm not even gonna make this fight.
Ready. Chris Colbert, Jose
Ryan.
Valenzuela.
Hey, Ryo did exactly what you said. Get up in there and get up. Hey, I said he gonna get him out in the first. Damn, Ryo.
That's how the fight went the last time. And I tweeted this.
Mm-hmm.
What's the separation? What's the disconnect here? Why you pull off after this first round go the way that it went? Why don't you come out with the same fire
last time.
in the second round, and then the third round? I think it went 3.
5 or 6. No, I went 5 or 6.
Oh.
Yeah. 5 or 6.
But listen, I said that in the first
sixth
fight.
round.
Sixth round.
Sixth round. Yeah, said that in the first fight. Like, why are you pulling back?
Did he get caught with something?
No.
Was he tired?
Yeah, why you listening?
You been in there before.
Go ahead, keep going. No.
Well, why'd he do it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, because I thought he was going to literally get that boy out of there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was just like, okay, I got to pace myself. He ain't going nowhere.
I said this for those who did not see my tweets. I like Chris Colbert. I'm a fan of Chris Colbert. I love his energy. I loved his energy. I feel like there's been, his energy has swayed it since
and he let you know he watching.
Since he took that first loss. But I've always been a fan of his prime time.
Mm-hmm.
I dug everything about him.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like 135 against Jose Valenzuela, you're too small for this specific guy. And we saw Jose growing up on Fox and on FS1. He's knocking guys out.
Clipping them.
It was a lot. And so I for that reason only, I said, this fight goes 2 rounds. It's Jose Valenzuela, that's Chris Colbert. It just don't make sense. It is what it is. First fight ended up going the way they went. I thought Chris Colbert won. For those who didn't, and y'all wrong. He legitimately won the first fight.
Yeah, I thought he won.
But the second fight, I'm like, this fight's not supposed to go past 2. But I don't know where the disconnect is for the young man, Ryo, where he just pulls off. I understand game plan, but the game plan should have been take his head off. I understand pacing yourself, but the should have been no pace. It should have been one pace. Mm-hmm. He finally got the job done, and what was it like? He was pulling off of a hook. Good.
First thing I say, he was dead. I know. I'm just saying. I know I can't say that, but that's what I said. I don't know why it came out. Okay, and then his head was just leaning on the ropes. But what frustrated me about Chris, and I've been a fan of Chris ever since I've seen him on a HBO special, Netflix special, something when he was a young kid.
Yeah.
Going around fighting out of New York, and I think the police some gym out in New York. But I seen a special on him. Been a fan of the kid ever since. Pay attention to him. But he had Barry Hunter in the corner, and he had that team in his corner. Shawn, you got the utmost respect for all those guys in his corner. They told him something. He's like, "Y'all, relax, stop acting scared." I'm like, Chris, I'm pretty sure they told you something to help you win the fight, bro. And this was going into the 6th.
I didn't have the audio, but my dad told me yesterday. We was hanging out yesterday. He told me. So Barry has, and they all, there's different terminologies depending on your region, so on and so forth. And the 2 things I learned being down there in DC, not really learned, but I like that their terminology. They call your power hand, so your right hand. They don't say throw the right. They don't say throw the 2. They say throw the brick. And so I've always loved that terminology for the power hand being called the brick. Mm-hmm. I always love that. And the other thing that Barry was, even with me, especially when I fought Errol Spence Jr., the only thing Barry, and he'll attest to this, the only thing Barry would tell me, hold the phone. Hold the phone. What you think hold the phone mean? Goddamn. How you know?
I've been around boxing.
So my dad said that Barry gets up in the corner and he said, Chris,
that's what it was?
You gotta hold the phone. And Chris looked at us and said, what that mean?
Oh, he said that?
He said, what that mean? And when your fighter is asking questions for like that, what you said before we started the show, it was what? Chris wasn't ready for
Barry Hunter.
Yeah.
Chris needed to get Barry Hunter at 15.
Yeah.
That's Barry's kid at that point.
Yeah.
And Barry, I feel like Barry could have did more then. It's hard for Barry to come in so late. It's like damn near being a stepdad when the kid's 15.
Yeah.
I don't got the respect for you.
You hear, but
you ain't but that.
Yeah.
So it's just man, if that was 10 years sooner, Shawn, I could imagine what it could be.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Chris got hell of a talent.
Yeah.
And Shawn, he had it most of the fight. If you notice, Shawn, he was like this most of the fight. And then he would just get in the corner and just, he was rope-a-doping sometimes.
I thought he was like in the second round, I thought he was rope-a-doping the second or third round. I was like,
didn't understand it.
You trying to like let this kid like
punch himself out
or whatever.
But he was getting through.
Yeah, but yeah, and then on top of that, he was getting through. But that's what it looked like to me, and I was like, that's not Headbanger's game plan right there. That's
his.
That's Chris. Just sometimes you go on autopilot and you do whatever your body end up doing whatever it want to do.
And at that point, you already been down in the first, so you know you can't take his shot.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you rope a dope?
Yeah.
This man gonna punch himself out?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I thought Chris had success when Chris turned it up. Ryo doesn't like to fight off his back foot at all. So anytime he turned it up, Shawn, he had success. But then he'll just, and then he would sit in the corner and tell him, "Come on, no, what are you doing?"
Lack of preparation.
I'm like, Chris, you're more athletic than this kid.
Yeah.
Get on, do your ish. Get in the middle of the ring and fight.
Yep. So Jose, gets this one back and he moves on. Not really sure who he moves on against.
Oh, you ain't hear who he called out?
No.
Oh, they calling out people in Minnesota.
Audio. He said they calling out people.
Okay, so this is our second call out. We had 3 of them.
Okay, I heard the third one.
Tank Davis.
Oh. Dang, you was ready for that.
He called out Tank Davis. You know, I was sitting here doing pre-production. That's why that's why you need to get early. Okay, we was here doing some pre-production. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the fight.
Yeah, I do too.
Make it happen. What? First fight on Amazon.
Oh.
Let's make it happen.
Ooh.
Ryo versus Tank Davis. What, we're going to do it in D.C. or we're going to bring it down to Vegas?
That fight sells. That fight makes sense.
And it has to be in Vegas.
It's got to be in Vegas or Baltimore.
Yeah. No, Baltimore. I had a good time.
I go back to Baltimore.
I go back to Dallas, too.
Wow, he called out Tank
Davis. Okay. Said, he was right there.
He said he ain't wasting no more time, huh?
No, he won't Tank Davis. I mean...
is he ready for Tank Davis? So let's...
No. He's definitely not ready. But that's what he say he won't.
So you just want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know who else I like him to get? Frank Martin.
Yes. Frank Martin makes more sense.
That makes sense for both of them.
Yeah. I like to see... I think Frank's ready for a Tank Davis fight.
So. No. I'm talking about Frank and Ryo.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I think that
then after,
he's ready for a Tank Davis fight. For those guys like Tank, man, the money got to make sense. The fight got to make sense. The overall, the whole deal package got to make sense, man. So he's in a privileged position.
What about Ryo Eastside Crews?
That's a hell of a fight. So there's fights to be made at 135 for people to see.
That is an entertaining fight.
Yes.
That is an entertaining fight, Shawn.
I think
Ryo Crews?
Isak, excuse me. I think Isak
could get it? I
don't think Isak gonna run
That's
into
50-50.
Is it?
Yeah. You think Isak will run into something?
I don't think he'll run into something.
He always just charging. I just feel like just move out of the way. Like I feel like you could just do this with him.
Yeah.
Just move, man.
Bull in the Matador.
Yeah.
Call that.
I think that's a hell of a fight.
That is a good fight.
Two Mexican
There's
guys.
fights to be made at 135 for PBC. Let's get it.
Okay, Charlie Lowe. RP Charlie Lowe.
I don't know who that is.
That's who says that.
Oh.
He died in a car accident.
Oh, dang. There's a lot of death going on around here today. What is happening?
Who else?
You was talking about guns. You was talking about somebody
you
was.
You said da. I didn't say da.
One more. Morrell and
that went the way. Shout out to some girl I went to high school with. That's her neighbor. She been trying to explain to me who the guy was forever.
Who, the guy?
Yeah, she said the guy that fought last night was my neighbor that I've been trying to tell you about. I said, oh.
Agbeko?
Yeah. I said, oh, okay. Shout out to my man.
He live here? Or
I guess, yeah.
Right.
She lives here. So shout out to my guy. Morrell's on a mission, and that wasn't stopping no time soon. First time performing in front of his family. So
can we pull up his record, please?
I'm thinking about 13-0, something like that.
Yeah.
Do we fast pace him? Do we even talk about this fight, or we just talk about the future of Morrell?
No. We won't have to talk about this.
Okay. Future Morrell. I want Caleb Plant. I know he went straight to David Benavidez.
Yeah, I think it's some more steps.
I like Caleb Plant. Who else?
And you got to get out of Minnesota.
Yeah, he don't leave.
Benavidez is about to be on another stratosphere. He's 10-0.
He on another strat.
You're not in I still feel like he's like a fight away from that. Am I wrong? From being a true superstar in boxing.
You know what? I like the fans he stole from Caleb. Caleb had
fans he stole from Caleb?
Yeah. So Caleb has a different type of fan base, and when you see that,
white people?
No, Caleb ain't got the white people. Caleb is like Travis Kelce and all different. He like Dave. You know Dave. Okay, Caleb ain't that type white person. Okay, that's a type white. He ain't talking about that type white person. Shout out to white people. Why you put me here? You be getting me in trouble. You be getting me in trouble to Caleb Plant.
How did Caleb? Yeah,
Caleb got the hip hop audience.
He do?
Yes, he does. Oh, everybody mess with Caleb Plant.
I ain't know that.
That's because you don't got the hip hop audience.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gillian Waller.
I don't.
No, you don't know. You got Sister
the
Mary.
jazz audience?
No, you got Sister Mary Lee on with Deacon George's wife.
I do look like I'm about to give a nice little
sermon.
Nice little sermon.
Hey, I'm thinking he damn near there. Dave Benavidez. You think he'll fight away? He that Canelo fight away?
I'm talking about David Benavidez.
Dave Benavidez. What was I saying?
Yeah. No. I just want to make sure we're still on the same thing. I don't know what it is. I just don't think that. I think so he's not on. He's past
Morrell.
He's past Morrell.
It's like you should have got it. If you ain't get him this year, it's a step back, Sean. Him.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yep.
But who else?
That's the equivalent of Terrence Crawford and Boots Ennis.
Yes.
But I feel like Terrence is on another level than David Benavidez. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
He is, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like there's something that is this knocking messing everything up?
You shouldn't do it.
I know. There's something
he's 10-0.
that Benavidez is missing.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's right there from that fight to take.
I feel like he's at the top of the roller coaster, and then one more fight and he's going down.
You mean he's out of here?
Yeah. I feel like he ain't really.
He's on the tarmac and he's about to take off. Why would you go down? Because
I'm saying that's when it gets fun.
The plane is spinning its wheels. It's about to go.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he on the tarmac about to take off.
Who is it for him though?
It got to be Canelo.
Is he got to be on a bigger card? Is it his card?
It's no one else.
It's not Canelo.
Who else? It's no one else. Who do he keeps beating on?
Because I don't think that this fight does it for him on a level that
his trajectory. If he knocks him out in the first round, that does nothing. Maybe if he clips him, it's a highlight knockout. But Sean, I don't think he gains a lot fighting Morrell.
Yeah,
the risk worth the reward.
Let me explain this to y'all. I feel like David Benavidez is a fight away from every NFL player, every NBA player, every movie star, every comedian feeling like I need to be at his next fight. I feel like he's a fight away from that. So when I'm talking about superstardom and things like that, again, like when I'm talking about being on a level of Mayweather, a level of Canelo, a level, like that, I do believe that Terrence Crawford now is at that level where actors, NBA stars,
everybody knows Terrence.
I feel like he's at that level now. Of course, it takes the right dance partner for those guys, and of course, So
what if we can make a McGee fight?
I don't know. I don't think the McGee. I don't know. I think for Benavidez, it has to be the promotion. It's not the fight. It's the promotion now.
This is a fight that gets
Amazon does it. Yay!
This is a fight that gets him over the top, but step back.
Yeah, it's a step back for Benavidez.
Berlanga.
Oh, Berlanga. Oh.
Berlanga got that. He got that. He got that.
Yeah.
He got that name.
Yeah.
You take that New York, put the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Dave Benavidez.
Yeah.
You get a highlight knockout, which he will get.
Yeah.
He out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a step back, but you gain so much more.
It is a step back. Was Ryan Garcia a step back for Tank Davis? Respectfully. That's a great way to break that down, Sean. That is respectfully because you gain a whole nother audience. Yeah. We need that audience. David needs that audience.
Yeah. So but
Amazon does it.
Yeah, shout out to Amazon.
Yeah. Shout out to Showtime.
Yeah, shout out to Amazon. Always delivering everything on time, just in case they want sponsors.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do want sponsors? Okay.
No. I got that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they do. I was like, yeah, they do deliver.
Yeah. So.
So
what Morrell? Why are we talking about that? What Morrell?
Let's get back to Morrell real quick.
What did Morrell do?
Yeah, I like
Caleb Plant.
I like Caleb Plant. Which I think that's 50-50 fight.
Mm-hmm.
I like just about any fight, anybody in the top 5.
Demetrius Andrade, comeback fight.
Yeah. Not crazy about that for a comeback fight for him.
No, that's tough.
But I like that fight for him at some point.
Sergio, the Machinko, the one that fight. Yeah. Tough fight.
Yeah, I like that fight for him.
Yeah, he tough.
And again, like that's a step up fight where he does what other guys against Devenchenko weren't able to do, and that's how he.
But I think the one that makes the most sense is Caleb Plant.
Yeah.
Caleb Plant got to go through the trenches to get back to the top.
Yeah.
And you got to Caleb Plant comes out, shows what he could do versus Dave Morrell. He's back on top. He's back one of them names again. Mm-hmm. You had to go through that. You had to restart a couple times, Sean. Get that itch going again. Sometimes you got to go through hell to get it.
Yeah.
I got Caleb in that.
I ain't mad at you.
I think the experience alone that I always question Caleb about gets him past this fight. Mm-hmm. He never been in there with a Benavidez or Canelo. Yeah. And he's not a Benavidez or a Canelo.
No, not yet.
And I think David, and I like Demetrius' fight. I don't like it as a comeback fight.
I don't like it.
But I love that fight. But it's tough down there. So because it's everything. Like, obviously, we need him to get in bigger fights to make the David Benavidez fight make sense.
He got to get out of Minnesota.
That's the big thing.
It's great. He's selling there, things like that. But you got to get out of Minnesota. You got to go where people want to see you. Nobody wants to go to Minnesota.
Shout out to Hafey. Say he had a wonderful time in Minnesota.
I would have gone, but it's December, and so in December in Minnesota, I'm glad you made it back, buddy.
Oh, yeah, ask him, did he see snow?
Yeah, of course you saw snow.
No. It didn't. No, it was like a low 40s and raining.
Oh wow!
So you missed it.
I mean, global warming, that whole thing.
Let's not get in that topic.
Yeah. So anyway, man, good outing for Morrell. He did what he supposed to do. Nelson, he stepped in. I was kind of like, come on, Nelson, don't jump in there. But I mean, he know what it is. He knew what was ahead for Agbeko, and it wasn't going to change. So
yeah,
Nelson did what he had to do.
I felt the same way about the stoppage. By the way, you a big fan of?
I'm a big fan of that referee.
I felt the same way. Just let
him
take some more.
Yeah, that's what people pay for.
Yeah.
They pay for it, and I think again, like the separation right there for the ref, it has to be a conversation. Like, hey,
yeah,
we know, but this is what he signed up for.
Do you want to talk about Showtime? Man?
Let's talk about Showtime real quick.
Well, what a run it's been! I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah,
I thought it was like Showtime been doing this with like 20. I'm giving them 20 at the most.
They did it right.
It's been, 37? 37 years? Somewhere around there. Man, that's our life.
That heck of a... Yeah, you're right.
That's our life. That dude old, so I don't know if he was there for the first one.
Yeah.
But shout out to Showtime, man. Steven Espinoza, first podcast guest ever on the PorterWay Podcast. Hopefully we continue to see Steven around.
Yeah.
Yeah, he at this point he's part of boxing. You ain't part of the Showtime. You with us now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we taking you.
There's certain fights with certain fighters that I always expected to see him in attendance.
Yeah, so you know what I like. I seen the going into the when they getting ready to do the going to the show. I like there's you and your dad when y'all doing y'all rocking back stuff like that. But you performed you got classic fights on Showtime. What can you remember about Showtime?
It just was where I started. You know,
okay. Showbox.
Yeah, I started. Well, yeah, I mean, I did ESPN, and then I moved to Showbox once you. That's kind of like the graduation, and I'll tell a quick story too. So, and this is right before I moved down to 147. I had a couple fights on Showbox at 154 pounds, and we were at a mixer after the fights, and somebody's talking to my dad and said, "Hey, if you can get Shawn to 147, he'll be a champion, and he'll be a superstar." So that's kind of where it started. But there's highlights of me on YouTube. I don't know who's put those highlights together, but a lot of those fights, early fights, those big knockouts and knockdowns and things like that, a lot of that all happened on Showbox, you know. The other thing that I like to say about Showbox or Showtime as a entirety is that I tell people all the time, I've had people ask me, how'd you get so good at interviewing people? I said, well, shoot. Anytime I was interviewed, I just would pay attention to what they were asking, and I would bank it, and this is just kind of how I became who I've become. And all that really kind of started right there with Showbox and Showtime. I got comfortable by the time I got on the main stage based on what Showbox provided me, you know, going in for the face to do the poses and things like that, all this stuff y'all see on TV, night of. One of the first production trucks that I went into was a Showtime production, you know. Friends with everybody over there, so I look forward to seeing everybody moving forward. I don't really consider it a sad time for boxing. I know that there's a lot of people in the boxing space prior to this announcement about Amazon or about Prime or whatever that that people were worried, like what's going to happen with boxing now. Well, we obviously see now that PBC has a new home in Amazon, but the other side of that is you got to understand that times are changing. And when times change, certain things go away, some other things improve and get bigger. And in this respect, man, we want to definitely send a salute to Showtime for the things that they were able to accomplish and do with boxing. And I personally want to thank Showtime. Oh, yeah, I did. I have one more story that I wanted to tell. So another time, I had a couple of Showtime fights. And again, the process was ESPN. From ESPN, you do Showbox. From Showbox, you do Showtime Championship Boxing. And then you go to the big dogs with HBO. Yeah. And my dad came to me and said, hey, we need to start thinking about changing your name. And this is because my dad thought that we was like at our last Showtime, we got one more Showtime fight and we moving on to HBO. I looked at my dad. I said, why do I have to change my name? You going to HBO. You're not going to be able to use the Showtime name because of the network. I told my dad, I said, we don't have to go to Showtime. We don't have to go to HBO. My dad, of course, this is the way. Yeah. I said, I don't know. Maybe we could just make our home Showtime. And my dad understood the money and the business of boxing. I understood what I thought made sense and what I wanted. And he said it ain't gonna work like that. And basically just left the conversation there. And of course, when he said it ain't gonna work like that, I said, yes, it is. You know? And then we saw that.
It's the new school and old school.
But we saw Floyd make this big deal with Showtime. And when he made that big deal, I never looked at my dad and said, I told you. But I was thinking to myself, like, I felt it in my heart that this name, Showtime, that I carry is mine to have, you know? And of course, we seen other guys, shout out to Sonny Edwards. There's other guys who carry the name. But I personally, man, I take that name like it's everything. Because I feel like that name, Showtime, you get a lot of people like right before a fight, right before a game or anything. It's, oh yeah, Showtime, let's go.
Yeah.
I said, yo, I am Showtime. What people talk about, I embody
Yeah.
what people talk about. You know what I mean? So again, shout out to Showtime. Thank you for the years. Thank you personally for everything that you did for me, for boxing, and get me where I am now. Thank you. Saudi. Let's do Saudi. Let's get up out of here.
Yeah, Saudi. It's gonna be about 20,000 pounds of weight.
Is the ring gonna hold up?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of. I forgot Big Baby fighting, man. But it's a lot of weight, man. But I guess it's the co-main and the main.
Yeah, I don't know too much about the undercard, but I did want to say shout out to Frank Sanchez. I'm projecting him to be the first heavyweight world champion from Cuba. So I always look forward to seeing him in the ring. Fabulous fighter and just a really good boxer. So I wanted to shout him out. Dimitri Bivol making his comeback. It's been a long time. Unfortunately, things going on, political things going on that's kept him out of the ring. So happy to see him getting back in the ring. I don't expect him to look any different than we've seen him in the past. So I'm looking forward to that. And Dubois and Miller.
Shout out to Big Baby.
Big Baby.
I think at one time Big Baby was on the trajectory to be a contender.
He was.
I don't know about world champion.
He was.
But he was one of those guys you could sell, make money off of because he'll talk that talk, make some noise at the press conference.
Yeah.
Damn, he's gonna throw a chair. Just little stuff you like as a promoter. But we're gonna make it to the fight.
The stuff you like as a promoter.
Yeah, if I'm a promoter, I'm influencing all that ish. Sell this fight, baby. Shout out to Big Baby.
What?
No, if I'm
you come in the room with a script
I need you to throw a chair today. Hey, and when he throw a chair, throw the mic back at him. Try not to hit him though. What? Yeah. This all comes in your contract too.
Bottom line, this man need to perform.
Big Baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You talk a whole lot of stuff.
He been talking for years.
People like it and love it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been a talker.
Yeah, I know.
I've been a doer, man. He got to get in there and do it.
Yeah, shout out to Big Baby. A lot of people, you've been through a lot. I ain't even gonna kill you for the stuff. It's definitely effed up and you need to get it right, but you've been through a lot. But I mean, you getting chances a lot of people don't get no more, bro.
It's like the fifth chance.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even in the sport of boxing, to be honest with you. I said I wasn't gonna say nothing, but Sean made me start thinking. I'm surprised you're in the sport of boxing, to be honest with you, bro. But you're in there with Dubois. Dubois is a contender. I think he had a shot at a world champion once. So this is a good fight to kind of see what you got.
I thought Wilder should have been the main event fight.
Okay. Does it really matter when my paycheck? No.
So that's why I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sure, he's fine.
Okay.
But he should have been the main event.
Okay, but I remember Sean Porter telling me, I ain't the main event, but I'm going to steal the show.
That's my point.
Okay, all right.
That's my point. He's going to steal the show.
Okay.
And you just can't.
Joseph Parker going for that?
I mean, he don't want to. I don't want to disrespect Joseph Parker, but
Joseph Parker can box.
I don't know, man.
Boxers give Wilder a little
Wilder
headache.
been in the lab.
Shout out to Malik Scott.
Wilder healthy. Wilder making his last run, getting that money.
He promised his daughter. I think he said he'll be a world champion.
I just don't think Joseph Parker got a chance.
He's in the way of a bulldozer right now.
Yeah, man.
Joseph Parker Joseph Parker, all I'm asking is, what'd you say? Keep the brick stick?
Hold the phone.
What?
Hold your phone.
Hey, hold the phones. Bring some phones with you. Hold the phones. Bring a phone booth. Hey, because that hammer is coming from Alabama. It's in Saudi waiting on you, bro. So I'm gonna pray for you. I'll see you at the mall one day.
Oh, man.
You have your bricks up. What is it? Yeah. You should have been walking around prepared. I seen him 2 years ago. He should have been prepared then. I'm just saying, he got Deontay Wilder. Ain't nothing to mess with. What?
Man.
I did. I seen him at the mall. I was like, oh man.
My dad told me that he used to train this guy. Yeah, shout out to the Shawn Higginbottom, he told me, this was back in the day when I was a kid, he told me that Deshaun used to walk on his heels. Like when he would box, he would walk on his heels. And so my dad told me, he said, from now on, treating the young man like a kid. He said, from now on, you walk on your tippy toes.
I'm trying to balance it out.
So every day he was walking on his tippy toes.
All right, so what is it getting to Joseph Parker?
Because you said he should have been walking around with his hands.
Like, yeah, right now. Well, that boy ain't nothing. I see that fool punch through, knock somebody out when they was doing this, Sean. And the dude almost flew out the ring. I said, oh, that's the hell no.
Yeah.
Ever since that, I've been scared of Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. Been looking for Deontay getting back in the ring. Can't wait for the day of reckoning in just a couple of days, as you all know. Main event.
What?
Joseph Parker would, like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I knocked the dude and all that kind of stuff.
I told you he's a boxer.
He's a
and
good
a boxer
boxer.
gives Wilder a little headache, as we've seen. I mean, but Tyson Fury is different. But you said Deontay Wilder's also been in the lab. So Malik Scott, this one we get to see what, because we haven't seen really much of Malik Scott work. I think in the last fight against Fury.
No.
He wasn't with him then?
Oh, no, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, that one.
Yeah.
But, and then the last fight.
Yeah. That's the fight.
Yeah, he just clipped him. So give us some rounds, Joshua.
Wilder?
No.
Or
I'm asking
Parker.
I'm talking to Parker. I ain't talking to It ain't Deontay problem.
My game plan, if I was Joseph Parker.
Okay, how to beat Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, use your jab.
Okay.
Use your feints.
Okay.
And try to land something early.
Okay.
You land something early and you get back on your movement, you know. Again, with Deontay being out of the ring as long as he has been, you could I always talk about having fights in the gym, and you can have those fights in the gym and things like that, but you still there's just that one element that you can't really simulate, which is just the energy and the moment of the night. And so with that being said, if you Joseph Parker, use your jab, use feints. Don't allow Deontay to find his rhythm. He's gonna have to find his rhythm. It's been too long. He's gonna have to find his range. It's been too long. And use feints and try to land something early. You land something early, you might have some success, and this fight could go some rounds.
If I'm Joseph Parker, I'd say, hey man, God bless your family. Happy Merry Christmas.
Let's put a percentage on this fight.
Percentage of what?
70-30.
90. I get 92-8.
Damn. I got 70-30. Land something early.
Don't land something early. You're gonna get clipped even harder.
I'm not rooting against them. I'm not saying.
Man, I see this dude fold Luis Ortiz like a picnic table, and he cared for it. He felt bad for his daughter. Don't hit me like that if you feel bad for my kid. My kid gotta see this.
Oh, no. Joseph Parker lands something early.
Yeah, and piss him off. You better just fight.
And land something early, then fight.
Yeah, just. I mean, honestly, to be serious about it, just try to box.
Yeah,
best you can.
Yeah. Main event.
Anthony Joshua. He's out of Wallin.
I'm not trying to hate, but
out of Wallin gave Tyson Fury hell, and
that's my point.
What?
He gave Tyson Fury hell. Anthony Joshua had 2 fights with Derek James, excuse me, then stayed in England for this fight, and he used
he's back with his OG.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
I just think it's a lot. And so even with that being said, I just wanted the big bang to end the night. And I don't think we're gonna get a big bang ending the night.
You don't think Anthony Joshua gets a stoppage? I mean, in the ideal world boxing,
we don't gotta get the stoppage.
We get 2 big stoppages from Wilder, from Joshua, sure. And then
and that really makes us hungry for that
fight. Big fight.
Absolutely.
But you don't think Anthony Joshua gives us what we want? Mm-mm. Anthony Joshua had a good performance his last fight, Sean.
Absolutely. His last 2 fights were good performances. But I didn't see killer instinct. I didn't see instinct. All I saw was game plan. I'm following the game plan. I'm winning each round. Fight over. And I'm sorry, I'm looking at this from a standpoint of what's going to make people excited. Number one, about this night. What's going to make people excited about this night is the way I feel everybody is going to perform, and I feel like the performance. Honestly, I do. I feel like Dubois and Miller could be. No, I think it could be kind of little dry.
Okay.
And I feel like Wallin and Joshua could be kind of dry.
I think Bevo gonna give us take my man to school.
Yeah.
That's just what Bevo does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we get. I mean, the main event. Hopefully, we don't get combined 12 rounds out of the main event. Ooh. Hopefully, but I sound like you thinking we will.
Yeah, I do. I think the main is gonna go 12. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
No, I meant the main and the co-main, but
we need main and we need co-main to win. We need both of them to look fantastic. Because I still really want to see that fight, but
I think we all.
I'm looking at it, I think, from a different perspective than most people are. You know what I mean? So
what's your perspective?
I'm looking at it in the perspective of, like, follow me. You got the Super Bowl, and then you got the team that lost to both teams who are gonna be in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I feel like these are not Super Bowl. They're not Super Bowl fight. This is not a Super Bowl fight anymore. Mm-hmm. But this could be the runner-up to the Super Bowl and the runner-up to the Super Bowl clashing.
One last shot.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, where it's like...
double elimination.
Yeah. Like, this ain't the Super Bowl. This ain't as big as it could have been back in the day. But we still get a really good boxing match where either guy could win. We've seen them both go through it, i.e. we've seen this team lose, we've seen that team lose, and now we get to see them against one another. Then we saw them in great fights, but we saw them lose to the best, but now we get to see them against each other. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. No, believe me, I think sport of boxing, we all want this fight. I know I do. Yeah. I never let it go, so.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
What are you talking about?
No, I was just talking about rivals, the gloves.
Y'all, we got Tapales and Inoue this weekend as well.
Oh, yeah.
Should be a really good boxing match. Look for Tapales to challenge Inoue. Okay. I feel like this is gonna go one of two ways. He's either gonna get caught trying to force something, or Tapales that is gonna get caught trying to force something, or he's gonna show everybody that he truly is as strong and worthy to contend with Inoue as I personally think that he is and can be.
Tall test.
Yeah.
It's a tall test.
Yeah, I don't know. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, this is sport of boxing.
That should be a really good fight for us as well. So going into the Christmas weekend and all that kind of stuff, we're gonna do one more show
for the end of the year. Not sure if that'll be Christmas or around New Year's.
We might do something live for you guys Tuesday, day after Christmas. We'll see what happens.
We're gonna have the best of. We're gonna have the fight of the year. The Sean Porter Award. I got to talk.
Can't take that.
Yeah, we got to talk to.
Bring him on to do it real quick.
No. Yeah, oh yeah, sure. Yeah, bingo.
He said, nah.
Bingo. No, that's what we do. We'll bring on.
He said, nah, we don't need him.
Fight of the year.
Just call it the Showtime Sean Porter Award.
Manager of the year.
Does he call it Sean Porter Award?
Yeah, he calls it.
Just call it the Showtime
Okay.
Sean Porter
Well,
Award.
we'll have end of year awards.
Yeah.
Things like that. I may give out podcast of the year. Who knows who might win that? Yeah, I'm going us with an early favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Bet if you're gonna bet your money, bet it on PorterWay Podcast.
Yeah, bet your money on the PorterWay Podcast.
But I think that's about it. Been a good year. But let's say that we'll talk about it next year.
Yeah, sure.
Next week.
Real quick, Rival has given us gloves to sign to you guys who have already subscribed to the PorterWay Podcast Patreon. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you for your patience. We have had a few people bounce. Sorry that y'all bounced. Hopefully y'all come back and y'all bring some people with y'all. We've been working on this thing. I've been saying it's bigger and better, bigger and better, bigger and better. I feel like we've made steps. We made strides. We've got DraftKings on board with us. We've got a few other things that we've been working on. This year is going to be a big year going into 2024 for us, and we want you guys to be able to tune in to the things you guys don't get an opportunity to see, the behind-the-scenes stuff, the trips that I be taking, the suit stuff that I've been doing. You know, all the extracurricular stuff that you guys just don't see right here on the podcast. All that stuff will be available to you guys on the Patreon. So patreon.com/TPWP. And there it is.
You know what? A couple people DM me. They've been asking.
Yeah.
I'll start adding my stuff in there. Somebody said, hey, man, I want to see what you do outside of the podcast. All right, Andy whoever will start getting a little. I'm going on a trip next month.
All right.
That's what I'll start.
All right. And motivational message for the day. No. We didn't get it, or did we get it?
I didn't get it in time.
Oh, no problem. I got to pivot?
Yes, you do.
I'm not pivoting. I am not pivoting. Just want to make sure we did everything. Oh, and Rival. We got our gloves from Rival. So for those who have been waiting to get your signed autograph gloves, you'll be getting those hopefully Christmas. They'll be coming in the mail for you guys, and it'll be a Christmas gift for you guys. Thanks again for subscribing. Look at the tiers. There's a tier on there for you, and we love to bless you all with autograph gloves from the podcast, and something that's special for those who have been waiting as long as you have been as well. So that's that. Rival.com. And in our promo code TPWP15, 15% off most of the stuff right there with Rival. There it is, and there it was. Motivational message for today. I was going to stay away from this, but I'm going to go to it anyway. This coming year, I'm going to challenge boxing in some ways that it's literally never been challenged before. I have been working on my hip. For those who have been paying attention, again, go to the Patreon. You'll understand even more of what I'm about to say. But this hip is extremely bad. This hip it's okay. And of course, I've been talking about the documentary for some time now. So you guys will see even more in the documentary. The list goes on. Listen, bottom line, I talked to my physical therapist today, and I asked him, I said, do you think if I had got on this 5 or 6 years ago that it would be better than it is now and I would still be able to box? And he said, oh yeah, absolutely. He said there was things you could have done 5 or 6 years ago to prevent it from getting where it's at now. This is eventually where it was gonna go. He said, but there could have been things that would have slowed it down. List goes on. And so I shook my head. And out of nowhere, I came up with this analogy, and I wanted to give this analogy to you guys so you guys could like really get an understanding or get a better understanding of boxers, of boxing, of this entirety. And then, like I said, next year I'm challenging boxing in some ways that just literally never been challenged before. I said to him, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago, I think I could have financially supported everything that it takes to get this hip where it's at now, where I can still live life. Yeah. I was like, but I don't know, 7, 8 years ago when it really started to get bad, I don't know if I had the funds to continue to do the things that I'm doing now to make sure that this is good. And I looked at him, I said, you know what? It's a damn shame that the fight game is the way that it is and nobody looks out for the fighters. Nobody's there to make sure that fighters have physical therapists when we need them. Nobody's there to make sure fighters have annual eye exams, and the list goes on. Yeah, we get the exams when they need us to fight, but we're not getting nothing done. When we sign that paper that we good after the fight, we get nothing left. We get nothing back until it's time to fight again. And I said, you know what? This is a damn shame. And this was the analogy I came up with. I said, we all toast. We all going in the toaster. But depending on how you live your life as a fighter, depending on who you got around you, taking care of you, things like that, somebody that's controlling that heat, we all coming out toast. Mm-hmm. But some of us coming out with a little bit of brown. Some of us coming out with a little bit more brown. Some of us coming out burnt. Because we ain't had nobody to take care of us. Mm-hmm. We ain't had nobody to look out for us. We ain't had nobody that understood what was required for us to do the things that we're doing. So I'm saying that to say a couple of things. Number one, understand that we all toast. We all going in those toasters. Y'all like to watch us on TV. Y'all like to see us do what we do. Understand that eventually it's going to get dark. And once it gets dark, it's over. And when it's over, it's like my dad, you silly. It's like my dad has always said, when you all the way bad, who gonna be there to take care of you? You know, my dad was just trying to make me understand that this game is heavy. And my dad never gave me this analogy, but I just want y'all to, number one, I want y'all to understand that we all toast. you know, and depending on how we live, depending on who's around us, orchestrating our career, list goes on, getting, you know, physical therapy and cryotherapy and all these other things, we're going to be all right. But respect us, because we all toast. We all going in there. Y'all don't know how we going to come out. You know, so respect us while we do it. Respect us when we done doing it. And respect us as we continue to live our lives. And the other side of that, boxing, we toast. So have some respect for us and treat us well. Because when it's all said and done, and we burnt, and y'all still living y'all life, but we burnt, what y'all gonna do about it now? You know what I mean? There's so many fighters that I come in contact with, and I'm like, dang, I can't believe you like this. You know what I mean? Nobody takes care of the fighters. So while y'all fans of us, the podcast, the list goes on, y'all fans of other fighters, just show the love, show the respect, and understand that, man, some of those nights that y'all didn't even realize that Mayweather took some punches, he still woke up sore. You know what I mean? He just looked like pretty clean toast in the moment, you know? So there's that. I hope that touched somebody and helped y'all understand. But the main thing is I want y'all to understand this coming year, I'm really going to challenge boxing. And it's because I realized today, like, yo, we all toast. And I feel like boxing owes it to us to make sure that we stay as light as possible. And this is the PorterWay.
Stay blessed.